knowledgeable. Trust Zia Abbas.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi viewers, I'm Zia Abbas. You are watching Buy Low and Sell High. In today's episode, we have three guests. Amin Noorani would discuss about the corporation or individual name ownership. Which one is in your benefit? So carefully listen what he is suggesting. The second guest would be Sachin Agarwal, a very talented real estate agent, realtor with world-class realty point brokerage. We can ask him pre-construction sales, how important online leads are when it comes to pre-construction sales. And the last guest would be Robert Lee. Robert Lee is information manager as well as a marketing manager with Realty Point, and we can ask him how important it is to brand yourself, or branding, how important branding is in the world of social media. Let's go to Amin Noorani. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Amin Noorani, ABN Corporation, and today what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about corporation versus individual purchases. So what the difference is exactly. Amin, how are you? Welcome on board.
I'm good, yeah.
The question which I'm going to ask you today, that question comes to me, I guess it came to me tons of times. So many times, that should we buy a property under our personal name or should we buy it under a corporation? So let's discuss it today with some examples that, like, which nomination has a pros and cons in it.
Zia, this question doesn't only come to you, thousands of times it comes to me as well. Client is, most of the time they are very confused whether the property should buy in the name of individual or should be in the name of the corporations. As obvious for anything, there are pros and cons, right? Yes. So, but I believe personally, my take on this one, that there are much more advantages to buy the property in the name of the corporation, especially when you have more than 2-3 properties, right? If it is you are buying only for a 1 or 2 property, yes, then it is perfectly fine. You can do it in your personal name, but it's very important that you should know the pros and cons why to buy in the name of the corporation. So Zia, first thing is that I'm not sure if the viewer is aware that the tax rate on the investment corporations is 47% compared to individual tax rates. So now it is apparently looks that, hey, why to pay 47% on the investment company? And it is so much, because if my tax rate is only 25%, any capital gain or any business income comes, that should be under a lower tax rate. Yeah. But there are advantages and there are ways to reduce this tax rate. So as you know that in Canada, there is an integration system. So for an active business, if there is an active business, the tax rate is only 15.5% and up to $500,000. And if person withdraws the dividend from that company, at that point in time, he also gets the dividend tax credit. Yes. And that dividend tax credit reduces his personal income. So the idea is basically is to integrate the active company rate with the personal tax rate. Okay. So that is the idea. Now with the investment company, it is the reverse. I gave you an example of the active business company just so that viewer can understand why the 46% can be reduced to the personal tax rate. Yes. So initially, if there is any income in the corporation investment company, because this is the passive company, the income tax rate is 46%, 47% on the investment company. However, when you declare the dividend, you also have the refundable dividend tax on hand, and you get the refund of the dividend of the tax what you have paid initially. So and the purpose of that one is to match your company rate from 46% to your personal tax rate, which exactly can be 25-26%. Yes. So with that integration, that rate will be reduced. So initially looks that this is 46%. With the real estate investment in the corporations, there are many things which can be claimed, especially the CCA, that is the capital cost allowance, the mortgage interest, and there are many other expenses. Theoretically, there is nothing much left in the investment corporation. So the implication of that 46% is also much lesser than people think that this 46% is going to be there. Then The another advantage which we can do that with the corporation, you can have the different classes of shares within the corporations for your family members. For example, if the shares are in the name of you and your wife, it can be a voting shares, and then you can have a non-voting shares for your children and for your for your grandchildren. So in that situation, the advantage is that you can distribute the income through the dividend, and it can have a great opportunity for the splitting of income. Also, it's a great state vehicle, because at that point in time when you sell the property at any given point in time, and if your family members are the part of the shareholders, the capital gain will be only applicable to you, because that portion you are selling it, and if so the property can be transferred to your grandchild or to your child very easily if you decide to transfer that property in the name of your children. Secondly, another opportunity is also available if you have a OpCo and the property is with the HoldCo. So what happens that the OpCo can charge the management expenses to the HoldCo and then take away the income from there into the OpCo. So that is another opportunity available. So then in that situation, if the HoldCo is a passive business, the tax rate is 46-47%. In that situation, that money, excess income, can be transferred to the OpCo, and that OpCo can be an active company, and then the tax rate can be reduced to 15.5%. The one and the most important thing, which I kept it for last, is the liability. Because if there is something happens, if your tenant or anything, any outsiders, any stakeholders can sue the company, the liability is only limited to the HoldCo or the investment company. With the personal, if somebody sues you, your personal assets are exposed to any kind of a suit. So these are a few advantages of having the assets under the corporations against the individual corporations. So
great. I mean, thank you very much for your time. I know it's a vast discussion, topic, but we will try to cover some of the other areas which we left in the upcoming interviews. Viewers, as you've seen, corporation versus individual name, Amin had given a really good answer to all of you. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, President and owner of World Class Realty Point Brokerage. I did like to ask you a few questions. Does your current brokerage offer you multiple locations, sales training, CRM software, fresh website content, and social media exposure? Access to all exciting pre-construction condo and low-rise homes projects, all for no additional fee. Call me with the confidence to join World Class Realty Point. I will show you how to increase your business and your income in the world of pre-construction while doing resale homes and condos.
Are you confused about the new mortgage rules that you may or may not qualify for your mortgage or for your next investment property? Do you need expert mortgage advice? Call Team Salman today to get the right advice and find out how you can qualify for the mortgage you deserve. Call today or visit us at www.teamsalman.com. We deliver mortgages.
ABN is a full-service boutique accounting firm. ABN can provide you with a range of financial and advisory services that can help create, build, and protect value. See beyond the numbers. CPAs can do so much more.
One name stands apart in the real estate world: Zia Abbas.
Williams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Buy low and sell high with Zia, Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Sachin Agarwal. Sachin is a real estate sales representative with world-class Realty Point brokerage. Sometime when I meet with individuals such as Sachin in a very first interview, that interview is like, I would say like, it's a strange interview in the sense that two strangers are meeting for the very first time. And in a very short period of time, we can find those individuals very close to each other. And even myself, I built my relationship with them. That's the beauty of working as a team. That's the beauty of working together. I'm so happy for Sachin's performance because I can see the way he's growing, the way he's climbing. And let's chat with him and find it out certain reasonings of his success. Sachin, how are you?
Good, how are you, Zia?
I've seen Sachin working 24/7, running after clients big time, giving them a really good care, really good value, and especially I know you're also working with certain online leads as well, which is the hardest to work with. But your success ratio is quite good, even with those sort of audience as well. Just tell us about yourself a little bit.
Well, Zia, thank you for having me here. And as you said, the online leads, yeah, these days the business is online. And I get the leads there, but I need to feed them, yes, which you are providing me. So I used to do the resale homes, resale condos, but since I joined you, I got the access into the pre-construction world.
Yes.
New homes, low-rise, high-rise condos, and those leads are looking, these new homes and low-rise condos, most of them, they are investors.
Yes.
And I have done well.
You did quite well.
I did quite well, yeah, you can say it that way.
Yes.
And before joining Realty Point, I think when I was with you in the interview, I asked you a question like what the Realty Point offer.
Yes.
And as you told me that, every other brokerage offer the resale homes, condos. Apart from that, you have access to the pre-construction world, like condos and low-rise, and you have provided us. Like we have done Vida condos, Royal Richmond Towns, Opal Urban Towns, Grand River in Cambridge, name you can count, Rocket. I can keep going on. The Rocket condos, Cosmos condos.
Quite a lot, yes.
Yeah, and you had the exclusive allocations more than any other agent or brokerage might have, I would say. So I have done quite well in those projects. Also, when I talked to you, you said the Realty Point have another option if an agent want to pursue that, which is you can open your own brokerage or franchise brokerage under the Realty Point.
Yes.
But the key point for that is it's good if you are earning 6-figure.
Yes.
And what I figured out, I am already there. So I am in the career path to become a broker and get a franchise under Realty Point. So the viewers can see how much I have earned and learn to reach there.
Sachin, I know you were watching my program from last maybe two years plus.
Since
I started,
yes.
Right? And then when you came and joined me in World Class, you had a certain expectation that that's what you would be able to achieve from this platform. Tell me a little more and share with the audience that the threshold which you have drawn, did you achieve it or we are way too far from that point? Or say if the point is here, then you already reached it long back.
Well, Zia, you are ahead of the game, I would say, because when I call you, I have accessibility to you. If there is a new project, you give us the information way ahead to the other people or other brokerage, I could say, and that information I provide to my client way in advance. So they can never find that information, or they cannot find that information from other agents, like the price list, availability, allocations, and that's where I have been able to sell them.
No, definitely. And you know what? I remember one of your transaction. One day you called me that your online client lead wants a particular model 1J plus D, and they want parking and locker along that. 1J plus D, it runs from the 2nd floor to the 7th floor, only 5 units in the entire building. Second thing is the parking threshold was 2 bedrooms, but that was 1 plus den. But we managed to make it happen.
You were able to get that for one of that client, and the client was happy, and you see the comment what he put there.
Yes.
We were together, right, that time?
Yes, he said that, and I remember those words. He said that he searched a lot online, and he dealt with a lot of agents, and he spoke with a lot of agents, but he never had a service which he got it from you, Sachin. You're right. You know what? Caring that's what everybody deserves. You deserve from me, your client deserves from you. This is a cycle going on. Success is one thing, credibility is the second thing, and referral is something where it would take you to a very different plateau. Once again, thank you very much. Viewers, you have seen Sachin in a short period of time. It's one of the success story, but his hard workmanship is awesome, and he is available for his clients 24/7. Let's go to the next segment to speak to Robert Lee.
Buy low and sell high with Zia, Abbas.
Viewers, I'm sitting with Robert Lee, Information Manager, Realty Point Franchise, as well as world-class Realty Point Brokerage. Today we're going to talk about the importance of a branding, social media, penetration, presence, how important that would be for real estate agents, to be looked all over. Robert, how are you?
Hi, Zia. Thank you.
I know you are quite good in branding. Branding is very important. Myself, I'm a strong believer of a branding. When lots of agents always came to me in the past, and they are still coming to me, say, well, you know what, we have enough clients in our pipeline, and then we are serving them, we are servicing them, and we don't need to advertise because we only do our business based on referral, based on word of mouth. But years gone, and the pipeline got dried up. What you say about the importance of branding?
Well, the branding, it's true. A pipeline will dry up. You brand yourself so that you can be easily recognized in the marketplace. Yes, your business is referral. Real estate is supposed to be the 80-20 rule, where 80% is always referrals, 20% is new. Where is that 20% new coming from? If the referral business is there, you've got to replenish that pipeline. That's where that 20% new comes from. And by getting yourself out on social media, by publishing newsletters of interesting information for your clients, grabbing new clients through your advertising and branding, when they see your car sign, when they see your home sale sign, when they see your business card, when they see you posting on Facebook, it should all be identifiable. They go, yeah, that's Zia. Wonder what he's saying this time. Yeah. That's what you need to do to establish yourself as a successful real estate agent that's going to have longevity.
Now, branding, one is a generic branding, another one is when you're promoting a product, right?
Right.
Is advertising equally important on both platforms?
Definitely, definitely. You've got to keep that message continual. In this day and age, we've moved well beyond the real estate classified pages. We now have multiple channels of social media. We've got multiple ways of advertising online, radio, TV, newspapers. It's coming from all sides. Everything has to be identifiable. We just went through selling several projects in the last couple of months, pre-construction homes and low-rises, high-rises, and everything is branded so that when people see that, they identify world-class and they identify Zia as being integral to those projects. Makes it very important to it. And it also helps a lot with the partners that we work with. When we look at Grand River Woods in Cambridge, where we worked with Ferncrest and Crystal?
Fernbrook and Crystal Homes.
Crystal Homes. We used the marketing material that they supplied that we were able to brand. So we became more than just partners in the deals, we became partners in the marketing initiative, which really elevates everyone together.
Now, other important thing is viewers are watching us, like, you know, in order to be tagged, in order to be well informed about any new opportunity, new projects, pre-construction projects, either it's low-rise homes, it's a condominium, it's a commercial units, it's a retail units, what should they do in order to not to miss any opportunity?
Well, and that's a good question, because there's so many touch points, it's so easy to miss out on the information. Last week when we had Royal Richmond launch, just yesterday I had a couple of emails from people saying, how did I miss this? Well, you know, it's important that you follow us on all the social media. You go to our website and you track us down on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest. You'll be able to find the information. You join our newsletter and you make certain that our newsletter goes to your safe senders list.
Yes.
That way you always get that information. People that have been subscribed to our newsletter, goes to their junk filter, doesn't come through, they miss the opportunity. They weren't very happy. But there's really nothing we can do on our end because we are putting the information out there. It's very important that they take care of getting the information, and as soon as they realize they're not doing it, give us a call. We'll make certain that we know why.
No, thank you very much, Robert, and it is very important to have a presence in a social media, in all format of a social media, as well as paid advertisements such as a TV platform, radio, like, you know, or say print media. Website should be very impressive. Based on, if you have these platforms, then if you bring a product right on top, there would be thousands and hundreds of thousands of viewers for those products, right?
That's right.
So thank you very much. Again, viewers, it is very important that you have to email the email which you are seeing on the screen. Send me your email on that email, so at least we can add you up. So whatever project comes in the future, a great opportunity in a resale, either it's a high-rise condominium or low-rise houses, you're not going to miss those opportunities. And also, like our Facebook address, so in that case, whatever we does in a social media, you're not going to miss. It is very important to build a relationship, and right from that point, if your comfort zone comes, then you can contact us. We can bring you for that particular opportunity. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas, the president and owner of Realty Point Franchise. I invite you to make this year the year you become the boss for yourself through real estate ownership. Our brokerage franchises pay low per transaction fee to have access to office space, deal administrative, meeting space, all at no additional cost. Top producing brokers can save thousands of dollars in annual income taxes through brokerage ownership. Isn't it time you added owner, president, and broker of record to your own accomplishment? Call me with the confidence.
Welcome to 1215 York Mills at the Ravine. Tower 1 offers modern 1, 2, and 3-bedroom suites from the mid-200s. Owned from $12.35 per month, free parking included. Next to the Don Valley Parkway, close to Fairview Mall, shops of Don Mills, schools, and parks. Limited time offer, 8% interest on your deposit or up to $15,000 in upgrades. Presentation Center and Model Suite, 1213 York Mills Road. Call 416-850-2489 or visit theravine.ca.
ABN is a full-service boutique accounting firm. ABN can provide you with a range of financial and advisory services that can help create, build, and protect value. See beyond the numbers. CPAs can do so much more.
Abrahams LLP. We provide services in corporate law, civil litigation, and real estate.
We are lawyers to Toronto's entrepreneur.
Hi, I'm Zia Abbas and proudly introduce Pier 27 Phase 3 at the foot of Yonge Street with an amazing water view. This 35-story building has just over 400 units. If you really want to see a great views from your balcony, this is the project you have to follow. Call me with the confidence to secure your allocation to buy low and sell high.
Buy low and sell high with Zia Abbas.
Viewers, as you carefully listen all three guests today, Amin Noorani did clear the differences between corporation and individual ownership. Now you have a really good clue which direction you have to follow. Sachin did explain about the importance of online leads and how important online leads were and how important it is when you interact with your client directly. And Robert is a very experienced information manager and a marketing manager, and he did explain about the branding. Branding is very important, especially when you trade in a world of services. Branding, either it's a product or it's you or it's anything. Branding is very important, so you have to give a really serious thought about branding and marketing. Keep writing us. If you have any questions, concerns, and you want us to keep it a part of a program, and then we can insert your question in this program, Buy Low and Sell High, keep writing us, send us your email. And if you want us to email you the program link each week, it is very important that you have to email us. So we have to add you up in our database. From that point, you can get program every week, as well as you can get an updated newsletter from my end and heads up on all coming projects. I'll see all of you next week. Stay blessed and bye.
Buy low and sell high with